Good morning, everybody. This is Tuxedo Ian. We are getting back into our playthrough of Book of Hours. This will be number 59 of our video series. And we left off, we had made quite some progress into the basement. We'd acquired a new set of books that will give us some Numans, and we have some strange treasure casks that we're not going to touch just yet because they have some probably valuable stuff in them, but we don't want to use it up before Numa comes around and steals it all. So, with that said, let's dive back in and see what we can get done today. Welcome back. Everything is remembered. Hush House endures. So we held our salon yesterday, and we had quite a few lessons given to us. So today is going to be our day to try and get those lessons applied. So let's see. We have Bells and Brasseries, which is currently at level 3. We have Edicts Martial, which is currently at level 7, so we definitely want to apply that one. So let's make that one our first port of call. So let's sort our... because we've got a... Oh, we're cataloging some stuff here, so as soon as that's done, we'll start working on getting memories. And we are reading a book, one of the new books we found, the Shiritic Book of Suns. Okay, so we have some clouds, so that gives us one memory that we can use for Edicts Martial. So let's see. We may already be collecting... Okay, we are collecting some memories. I'm trying to remember which ones... Okay, Strings and Songs is now level 6. So that'll make making Wind and Waiting and Didymos... Wind and Waiting's at least easier. So we're reading Sky... Sky and Heart... Sky. Okay, so we're going to be using... We must be getting ready to update one of our Sky. Alright, so there's our satisfaction that we got from holding the salon. And we've cataloged a Dawn Period book, Isaac of Karth's History of the Shadowless Kings. A true and accurate history of the Shadowless Kings by Isaac of Karth. Isaac describes the 1,000-year ascendancy of the Shadowless Empire. So it's 14 rows, and it's written in Aramaic, the language of Aram, and all her many children, these 3,000 years and more. The librarian can read Aramaic, but don't assume others can. And this will teach us about sand stories of wandering tribes, watchful vagabonds, and winged devourers. So we will grab that and put it on our to-read shelves up here, which are starting to get pretty well stocked up at the moment. We can move in Memory of the Gods. We've already read that. We'll move it to our red shelf up here. Still need somebody that can teach us Hixos. We haven't seen a tutor for that just yet. And we have 4 more books down here that we'll need to catalog that we opened up in this new room. The Chapel Asite. The Horned Axe says, "Never speak of this mystery. When the Thunderskin was mortal, he served the hours who slew my kind. I required the Thunderskin's death, and so the Grail gave him up. There is always a reckoning, and nothing is truly forgiven." So we have an Owl of Spirals, an ancient bird for an ancient place. Cat of Depths, the votive offering to the Horned Axe. So a granite slab and a serpentine slab. It looks like that's all we have in here, plus these 4 other books. And we have the Altar Asite. The Horned Axe, who opens the way and keeps the threshold, is accounted the last of the gods from stone. So this is a Nyctodromy evolution site and can take Edge, Scale, Winter, and Knock for crafting, and can take marks and tools, omens, and a creature there. So, pretty interesting little shrine that we found. And then the last one here is a honeyed forbidding. The air is thick with the scents of honey and yewberries, enough to daze the heart and the mind. So we need 14 heart or 14 nectar. Well, it is summertime, so nectar is off the table for right now, but once fall rolls around, we can definitely get the the Orchard Keeper and use her to open that, because we still have our Sacrament Malachite up here somewhere, I believe. Did we? Yeah, we still have that. So that would be 6 plus the 2 for her is 8, plus the 2 from the knife is 10, and then a bowl of pears gets her to 14, so that will be more than that will be just enough to open that room. Okay, so there are our memories. So we're collecting heart memories. So that's 1, 2, heart and sky. So what do we have here? That's heart and sky. Or maybe we're just going for sky. Yeah, because all of these have sky on them. So we could do bells and brasseries. Watchman's Paradoxes is at 3. No, we weren't going to use that one. Let's sort by rank. Oh, we were going to do another level of strings and songs. That's right. Get strings and songs up to level 7. Because that way we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 memories for it. And we were going to use, because Watchman's Paradoxes is something we've already assigned, I believe. Yes, so. And we've already assigned strings and songs, but it's more use having it higher up, so it makes wind and waiting easier to make. And we just need one of our core. And we can, we've started to, when we thought we started, we'd only begun. Alright, so now we're going to need 7 memories with edge or moon. So let's start up here. So we can do Victory of Crowns, gets us edge and moon. We can do Seventh Voice, gets us moon. That's 2. Clouds, so 3. Intuition gets us 4. Salt gets us 5. We can do... nope. We can do Military Interviews for Stolen Secret, gets us 6. And then we need one more edge, or so we can do Stolen Histories, gets us our 7th memory. Because that gets us edge. So there's 7 to level up Edict's Marshal. Shiridic Book of the Suns is continuing to be read there. So let's see, what else do we have down here in the depths? So we have 15 moon or 15 winter. We have this one that will open tomorrow. And then 13 moon or 13 rose. Where would we get 13 rose? Moon we could probably do because we could have the Wormwood Dream. So we'll probably get that one open in the winter time when we have the Fisherman. We have Knock and Forge, Knock and Edge, Rose and Moon. So again, we'll probably use that one with the Fisherman. Anything else we can do here while summer is going on? Fragrant. Do we want some Fragrant Chalice? No. Do we want some Trumpeter's Lily? We have some Trumpeter's Lily, but having another flower probably would not hurt. So let's see. Because we might need to make some more Solomon's preparations, so harvest one of those. And harvest some moth orchid. Oh, and it's summertime, so we can harvest... Oh, this is one we've been neglecting. We can harvest some agave eterna. The history plant has risen. Gather its blooms. One I keep forgetting about because it's only really used for cooking. The gardens of the Hush House hold plants with many virtues for those the wisdom to recognize them. History plant has risen. Gather its blooms. Alright. So with that being said, now we're just waiting for our memories to process. Alright, so Strings and Songs is now level 7, so 8 Sky and 7 Heart. And just because I'm curious, let's see what that heart can actually make. We'll go Strings and Songs there with a core. And 10 heart. If we work at an instrument, I can elevate a cheerful ditty to something more... I can elevate a memory to something more powerful. So let's come over here, find a heart instrument. I'm sure we have one. Well, we have the drum that works. So that still only gets us to 9. We can add that. So Strings and Songs at level 10 also gives us a Thunderskins Payin. So good to know. So Drums and Dances and Strings and Songs both can make the Thunderskins Payin. But we'll hold off on making that. I was just curious what it would give us. And probably at 15, we'll have to investigate. Next time we get a Thunderskins Payin, we'll have to check that and see what it can make. So we'll speed things up a bit here just to get to our next batch of memories. And we do have... Oh, we got our delivery from TRN Limited. Something delightful has arrived. 5 rattly things and 5 squishy things. Unwrap, unbox, unleash. Okay, so our memories are done. Four, 5, 6 memories for us. Our Consider will be done in 8 seconds. And our Shiritic Book of the Suns is done. So this is the one we found down in the vault. A radically different text from any of the other versions of the Book of Suns, attributed to Hagar, Queen of Shur, Mother of Wolves. Set down with reverence before the intercalate by one who understood what would come to pass. Apocryphal chapters foretell the means by which the Sun and Splendor and the Forge might circumvent the impossibility of their joining, through proxies that are in some sense themselves. We got a Newman, the Great Counterfeit. The Sun and Splendor and the Forge of Days could not be joined, but Sunset Celia and the Swan King could. This secret is the trick of it. Any librarian can use this to establish a history and complete the game, but the Twice-Born can win a particular victory. But we are not the Twice-Born, we are the Synergist, and we have 2 lessons in Sacra Solus Invicti. So we will collect that. Go back and grab... Did it drop it back in the vault? Dropped it back on our Newman shelf, didn't it? Yep. Okay, so we'll move this over to the red side, and we will mark this with the Newman that we have created. Newman, the Great Counterfeit. 5 Lantern, 5 Nectar, and 5 Moon. So that will come in big handy. So that will make opening that Nectar Room a lot easier. We could actually do it with anybody. We need to wait for the girl, the Orchard Keeper tomorrow, but we'll still use her because it'll be faster. Okay, so we have 2 bowls of plums, and 5 cans of almonds. So we can add sugar and spice to the almonds to make jumble. So we'll put these on our shelves here. Plums. Add bread and use a knife for plum croutons, or an egg and use mixing bowls for prune whip. Take up a lot of shelf space, they do. And we got a new order form from TRN. Should be getting our other order in fairly soon here. Alright, so that is complete. So our memory is ready to go. So we are going to upgrade Edict's Marshal. So we need 7 memories, which we've got. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we just need to add a Tryst. And at last, I approach Mastery. Improve this skill to level 8. So what's the next lesson we want to apply? We want to apply Spices and Savors. So Spices and Savors is currently at level 5, so we need 5 Forge or Nectar memories. Well, we already have 1 with this Numa Great Counterfeit. So let's see what else we can get. We know we can get 1 from Ambrosial, so that's 2 memories. We can get 1 from Foresight, so that's 3. Forge memories, forge memories. Forge or Nectar. Let's scale. There we go. Lady Eva's Repose gives us 4. And it looks like a rumor is Grail and Rose. Ah, yes. Pattern is the last one we can get that does Forge. There we go. So that gives us all the memories that we need for next level Spices and Savors. In summer, Trumpeter's Lily flourishes like a shout. Moth Orchid is as soft as velvet to the touch, except when it changes. The history plant has risen. Gather its blooms. Agave Eterna, the history plant, unlike its cousin, the century plant, blooms every year. Perhaps it will do so forever. And we'll just set these on our garden table here. Go and grab that other one. And these have, if you're not familiar with the term agave is a very sweet plant. It's usually used to make sugar of some sort. So one of the things we can do with these is we can use these to make sweet tea. With either the C&H Flush Assam or the other kind of tea that we have. If we have a full, like if we were to make the second Flush Assam and then mix in an Agave Eterna, it would make sweet tea. We only have a half pot there made up, so we can't use that. Let's see now. Alright, so EX Marshal is now level 8. 8 edge and 7 moon, or not 8 edge and 9 moon. So that will make making our crafts with it extremely easy. So let's see. Sacra Solus Invicti. We've already committed. No, we have not. We have not committed that one. So that one would need 3 memories of Lantern or Sky for the next level. So we can do that after we've got these. There it is. There's our delivery from Cater and Hero. Unwrap, unbox, unleash. 5 somethings. 5 squashy things, 5 powdery things, 5 hard and square-edged, 10 sloshy things, 5 something heavies, and something stiff and round. Stiff and round must be the copper wire we ordered. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as our box open is done here. So we have some copper wire. So we'll set that down here in the forge, because that's where it goes. For the moment, until we use it to run those pumps. So we got 5 baskets of potatoes. Slice them with a knife or add dripping to make game chips. Or roast them with or without drippings. So let's move this cuckoo honey up here with the rest of our honey, just to get it out of the way. So we have... we'll put our plums up here as well. And can we fit one of the almonds up here? Yes, we can. Okay, so potatoes are not exactly big items. Hang on, so this is going to be tricky. So sometimes the hitboxes for dropping these are a little bit strange. So let's put our flowers here in the alchemy lab, since that's probably where we're going to use them. And we'll put our serpent milk on the table here. So let's grab those potatoes back. Right, so we have 1 basket of potatoes. 2 baskets of potatoes. 3 baskets of potatoes. 4 baskets of potatoes. And where can we fit another one in? We may, we'll move these Pyrrhus to another location. Move it over here. Display our drinks up there. Okay, so that's all of our potatoes. We have 10 bottles of milk. And we'll put our beef roasts down here. And we'll just stack the milk where we can fit it. Let's see, will this fit over here? Yes, it will. So there's our specialty teas. And then we have just a shelf full of milk here. This is definitely something sloshy, all right. 5 cans of ham. Taste will remain reliably unchanged for many years to come, which is, in some respects, an advantage. So this one we'll just grab into our inventory for now, along with the flour and the butter, because we're going to be using most of those fairly shortly. Because we gon' cook. Okay, so that frees up our verb. So we can grab spices and savors. apply the lesson, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 memories. And then I'll apply metal. At last, I'm something of an authority in this. Improve it to level 6. Alright, so let's see. We also have Sacralime, which needs 5 memories of moth or sky. So we can do Ambrosial gets us moth. Imitations of Skin gets us sky. That's 2. Silent Voice gets us sky for 3. Opening the Sky gets us sky for 4. And we need one more, either moth or sky, so we can do another sky memory over here with our whist. We can do solace, because that's heart and sky. So that will get us 5. We have this one, the turquoise hand, in 10 rows, so we can read that. We'll probably need our rose Newman, but we could probably get that done tomorrow. That'll give us another new Newman. Spices and Savors is now level 6, 7 Nectar, and 6 Forge. Makes making Pyrrhus even easier. All we need is 3 points of Nectar now to make Pyrrhus, and a piece of wood. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 memories. So we grab Sacralime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 memories. And then we need Sky or Moth, so we can do a Faust. And bring that up to level 6. Alright, what else do we have left now? So we have Sacrosolace Invicti. So we need three lessons of that. Or 3 memories to go with that. Of Sky or Lantern. So we can do 1... 2... 3. Alright, Sacralime to level 6. And just before dawn breaks, we should be ready to upgrade Sacrosolace Invicti. Right, 1, 2, 3 memories. And 1, 2, 3 lesson and a Faust. And there we go. So that will get that up to level 4, and then we need 4 memories to level 5. So we'll go ahead and read those same 3 things again. Or rather, listen to those things again. In some cases. And then we need 1 more. So we can use a Shaft over here and do Solace to get another Sky memory. Memories fade, assistance departs, and the soul is refreshed. We have some rain today. And here comes Numa. So it's a good thing we were using up as many of those lessons as we could. Because today is going to be a frantic journey to use up as many lessons of those as possible. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lessons to use up. So it's going to be a fun, funky ride. So let's see. Rites of the Roots needs 5 memories of moth or nectar. That's going to be tough. We also have our visitor coming in. Time. It has been called a wheel, but my family perceive it as a flame, coolest at its heart, wildest at its edge. We'll draw a Numa incident, find a suitable visitor for the current Numa incident, or retire the current Numa incident if there are no visitors left for it. River, wheel, flame. In Numa, a matter of the softer frost. Visitors will be concerned with how and when things end. As long as this card remains, pneumatic visitors will have an interest in winter mysteries. Their needs will usually be more exacting than visitors who come during more traditional seasons. And we have our Noom Broom. So this is what is going to make it essential. We have one definite thing we are going to do, but we're going to save that Noom Broom and use it to read A Tower Rises, because otherwise getting to 18 rows is quite the task. But we can use it with the other phonograph. So that will give us 5 points of rows. 7. And we have 14 there. So we need another 4 points so we can read that other Rose Newman book to get our... Because the phonographs do take two memories. So that would be Towards a Fundamental Aesthetic 2nd edition. So let's find ourselves a desk. We can do up here, because this one will be free. And we need to apply Erica Payan. And that will allow us to listen to A Tower Falls, or A Tower Rises. Okay, our visitor is Professor Rowena Hengerst. For many years, under many names, Rowena has done, learnt, or eaten many things she really shouldn't have. But for many years, under many names, she served as the protectress of Hush House. So she likes Grail and Winter, 7 minimum in each one. She knows Phrygian, Greek, and she understands Kernavik Henavik, which we already know, but she's one of the 2 people that can teach it to us, so we already know it. So we will go ahead and get her, because she only sticks around for 2 minutes, so we'll go ahead and start with her. I am here. Probably. Hush House. Brandkrug. The grey rock in the sea. There will be a last time that I come here. But not yet. Recall to me, Librarian, the endingness of things. So we need a book with at least 7 winters. So let's see what we've got on our winter shelf over here. We've got 4. We have 10, 12, 10. There we go. 8. That works. When I was here, when I came here the first time, I was so angry that I had been cast aside after I opened the way. That was the least of it. That I had opened the way, that was the worst of it. Though once I thought it was the other way around. Alright, our skill, our Sacrosolus Invicti is now level 4, and we are going to take this opportunity to make ourselves a Maladied Faust. The inn is crowded with Numa's heralds and pilgrims. Their meat is unfamiliar, their drink is unknown. As I linger at the window, an electric bulb flares like a marsh light. A guest raises her glinting eyes and sees me. She beckons me in with a gloved hand. So that will refresh our Faust, but it will also make it Maladied, but it will make it impossible for us to exhaust it. So it'll allow us to use that over and over again. Alright, so let's make some plans here. So we could do Rites of the Roots if we can get... But we can apply those lessons to other ones. So let's see, what do we have that's low level. We have orchids and narcotics. We have herbs and infusions. We have leaves and thorns. We have Coil and Chasm. That one would actually could probably use some more levels. So we'll apply one of those to Coil and Chasm. So we need three memories with Scale and Nectar. As soon as we're done with these other memories here. But we can actually start those now. So we need... So let's see. Let's find... Do we have anything up here that gives us Scale or Nectar? Ah, yes, we do. We have Malachite Supplication. So that gives us another impulse for Nectar. And down here, we can read... Stolen Histories to get Scale. So that's 2. One more. Singlefoot Songs. And we will go and do some beach... Take a long walk. Let's see. We can use Desires and Dissolutions there. The Numa fog is thick here. And we'll also go out on the moor. We can use one of our FET cards for that. And we'll use Fusine since we're not going to be reading anything in that. Is it wise to walk on the moors in this season? Let's find out. We also have something we could do over here. We could go to the sea's edge. I'll plunge into the ocean waves, though in the labyrinth season, something might be different. So we'll leave that and find out. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to give us, but we'll find out together then. Alright. So that's some plans working at least. Probably going to lose several of these, but most of them were free in the first place anyway, so not a big deal if we lose one or two of them. Just so we have one, I'll use this to get the memory from it, just in case we need an extra, because we'll need an extra Nectar memory. Alright, so there's those. Oh, we have one more. Yep. Okay, so this will be free before our next batch of memories is ready to use. And there is that ability that we could use to break a skill. We might use that at the end of the night, just so it carries over into tomorrow. Alright, so there's our Newman. So let's see. So we're going to grab... Yeah, we'll grab Leaves and Thorns. Let's see, which one? We haven't upgraded Herbs and Infusions, so that one will be first. We'll do the Rain and the Memory Scent. And the Rights of the Roots. And we can use a FET to... Oh, no, we need... So we need Heart, so we can use one of our core for that one. Okay, so that's going to be... We'll put our stuff for reading Tower Rises down here. We have 4 Heart memories that we can use for... Or those are up for Sacra Solace and Victi next. And so Rowena has given us a Silver Spintria. And our thing is marked, so we've met Rowena and we've met Costly. There's our upgrades for leaves and thorns. Alright. I have eaten. I have drunk. A cloying taste lingers. My lips are stained with gray. My inner light gutters and then flares. I am snared in a dangerous fascination. My Faust is now fascinated. The higher I rise, the more I see. So that is now an inexhaustible source of lanterns, so that will help us out with leveling Sacrosalis and Victi here in a second. And then we need 3 lessons of Forge or Sky for bells and brasseries. Or we could apply that to something else. Let's see. What else would be good for that one? Bells and brasseries is Forge and Sky. So we could apply it to... we could apply it to Meniscate Reflections instead. So we only need 2 memories of Forge or Edge. So we can do Edge and Forge. Alright, so now we grab Sacrosalis. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And our Faust that's fascinated to improve this to level 5. And we got, for resting at the inn, we also got a horizon sight. On a clear summer day, the story goes, you can see Ys from the Watchman's Tower. I don't know whether that's true, but on a clear day in Numa, you would see the city unbuilt. Dr. Brian Levinson. So this is a 4-point rose skill. It's the highest one that would normally take us 15 rows to craft. So we'll have to figure out something to do with it here. Because otherwise we would lose it. We're also going to probably lose our earthquake name here. So, with that said, let's actually use the earthquake name to store up some scale power. So actually not Hill and Hollow. Can we get there with Horns and Ivories? Yes, we can. So we need the Stimfling. And we need a health. So that would make an old moment, but then if we add one last thing, we need our living relic. Which we put... Where did we put it? It is on the floor somewhere. There, in the alchemy lab. Certain relic byproducts can be repurposed to brew a scale ink. So we actually don't even need the Stimfling because we're high enough with the earthquake name. So we'll make some Hound's Gall ink. Horns and Ivories with keeper level scale plus living relic creates Hound's Gall. We'll start that brewing. Just so we're not wasting our earthquake name that took us so much effort to craft. Let's see now. And Numa is already halfway over. So let's actually look and see, because we can gather some stuff here. So we want to gather some Molly. We're going to do Leaves and Thorns. Yeah, we've already... So we're going to use Leaves and Thorns and Health to gather in Numa. Only in Numa can I follow the white flowers of Molly back to its potent black root. And we could also try and gather some more Agave Eterna. It would give us 2 stalks rather than 1. We would make Honeyscarred Jasmine here. We could make some... We could gather some Pyrrhus, but we can make Pyrrhus, so that's not as essential a gather anymore. And up here, we could harvest... We can harvest some Aglaophotis, the other rose. Only in Numa does it bloom. So we'll grab 2 things of that. And if we wanted to try and harvest... Let's see, could we harvest from this? Carrots, tomatoes, marrows, and blessed onions, all the unsung heroes of the stew pot. In Numa, they flourish fast, but there's something odd about their taste. We're going to need coil and chasm. We can try crack track here. Or actually, we're going to need the health, so we'll use a core. So let's see what this gives us. I've never gathered from the garden in Numa, so we'll find out what that does. If we gather from the beehive, we could probably get some. We could possibly get some cuckoo honey, but we've still got 2 things of that, so I'm not too worried about that right now. All right. Now we found a wind rumor. The wind were if the cloud were a canvas, who spread it? If the sky were a sheet, who knotted it? A wind rumor is an auspice found in the sky by those who look too long, interpretable only by the wise. And on the beach we found some mackerel. Eat it while it's fresh, or keep it while it's salted. We'll just drop that on the bounds of the house. And we don't really have enough souls to go out again, so our brisk swim is almost concluded. Waiting for our verb here to open up. And since we have the ability to, we'll also refresh one of our trysts and have a inexhaustible tryst, which will turn into a edge. Alright, so there is our Sacrosalis Invicti. So we'll grab Coil and Chasm, Savage Hymn, Memory Fear, Memory Impulse. And we are going to use the Rites of the Roots for that. So that we need Scale or Nectar, so that will be Heart. Or that will be our Health. Which is why I didn't use it for Gathering. These we're making Edge Memories. Yep. Our health has been sickened. It is difficult afterwards to remember what I felt there among the billows. The waves have made their pilgrimage from the horizon. Now I am a pilgrim too. I've exhausted my strength. So my health is now sick, and I have become unwell, and I now have a non-exhaustible winter soul. And I got Memory of Salt and a Curious Hunch. This is what happens when Numa catches you flat-footed. You kind of have to scramble to get everything together. Alright, so there is our 2 edge memories. Yeah, edge and forge. What are we going to use those for? Ah. Okay, so we have bells and brasseries and sights and sensations. So we have something with sky. I was looking at something here. Level 2. Oh, what was I looking at? For those. I hate when my brain is in the middle of something and I get distracted. Oh, Minskit Reflections, that's right. That's it. We can use that. We can use a metal for that. And then once our Trist is almost done here, so then after that we'll do one of our fets. So we'll have basically one maladied version of every piece of our soul for inexhaustible reading. So can we do anything with this sights and sensations? So we need sights and sensations itself is at level 2. So yes, we could. We actually have the memories we can use to level that up. And we might as well since we have the memories. Alright. Oh, we've gained a wild surmise. Eyes open, skies open. I've placed too heavy a strain on my soul. My tryst has a malady. My tryst is now despairing. Melancholy is the mist on the soul's waters. Despair is the wolf that prowls the water's edge. So that wild surmise actually gives us the ability to do something else. So let's see. We can do a whist, and then we'll do a fet at the very end of the day. And then we'll use a medal to get another silver spintria tomorrow. Alright, so Meniscate Reflections is now level 3. So let's see. So we have plenty of sky memories. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 sky memories. So we could level something up to level 4. Or at level 4. Let's see here. So let's sort by level. We could do Ramsond. Oh, we've already assigned it, though, so no need for that. We could do... yes, we could do Lockworks and Clockworks. Sort of roundabout way of doing it, but... we can use our Shaft for that. Might as well use it or lose it, so. Alright, so the next level then we have winter and sky. So we have knock and moon. Sky and moon. So if we had something that was moon and sky. We could do sky stories. Do we have anything that's moon and sky? That's the question. Does not look like it. Oh, yes, we do. We have ornoscopies. We need... So let's see. We have... Rose memory there. So we have moon and sky. So we need 3 more memories to level ornoscopy up. So let's do that. So let's get that cooking. Because we have just enough time for that. So, sky. Moon. And... moon. So that will be our 6 lessons for that. So grab this mackerel while we're thinking about it so we don't forget it's there. And put this in the pantry somewhere. We can put it right up here. Let's see, so Agolophotis. The rosy color of good memories, but not the color of the rose. 2 knock, 2 lantern, nectar, 2 rose, 2 heart. Interesting combination. Only in Numa does it bloom. And we've got some Molly. Molly, the gods call it, and it is hard for mortal men to dig, but with the gods, all things are possible. So let's see, we can put that here, because we'll use that to cook with. And then we have vegetable garden. So it just gets us a normal sack of vegetables, which we'll set over here on the desk for now. So let's see. Going to be pushing it close here, so we'll wait as soon as a few seconds after night falls, we'll start reading. We'll start to go listening to a tower fall. A tower rises. I want to put these both up here since these are both red. And we'll bring a tower rises over. Since that phonograph does not take rows, we have to come over to this one because this one does take rows. The governor's phonograph. I wish I hadn't had to see exactly what I was doing there. Houndsgall. Books written in Houndsgall are more likely to return to their owner or one whom they have been legitimately sold. An ink of containment. So we'll just put this on the windowsill here. So 5 scale if we need it later. And our relic is hungry. Quarrelsome until it feeds again. Alright, Lockworks and Clockworks is now level 5. Numa, shortest season, labyrinth season, when the year loses its way, when time is a river and memory a winged bird. In Numa, oddities ripen in the gardens of the Isle, unexpected visitors arrive, memory departs. When Numa ends, all memories will vanish with it, even persistent ones. One of every 9 seasons in Brankrug is Numa, but Numa is the vagabond. Numa has no heralds. Numa might arrive twice in 1 year, or 4 years might pass without the touch of its mists. So from now on, we have to be wary because it might show up at any time. Because it's back on... It's drawn several seasons since the first time. I think this is probably... It ended up on the bottom of the deck. And the deck is about to reshuffle. Alright. Alright, so we will level... Let's see, can we do Oranoscopy? Or actually, can we do Pearl and Tide? Let's see if we have enough. Or no, because since Sensations doesn't work with Pearl and Tide. So we'll just do Oranoscopy, which is what we were planning. So Salt. Yep, just enough. And then we need a Moon Orb, so we can use a Faust for that. And get Oranoscopy up to level 7. I have eaten, I have drunk. My cloying taste lingers. My lips are stained with gray. I have overtired myself. My thoughts are crabbed and strange. My whist has a malady. My whist is now shell-crossed. My thoughts are tangled and unfamiliar to me. Something of those who came before. The Carapace Cross has always lingered in mankind. It's risen now in me. And we got a Memory of Contradiction. So now we will rest a Fete, so we can get a maladied Fete, and then we will end the day by putting a metal in there so we can get another Silver Spintria. Because why not make the best use of the inn that we can? So it is just about time here. So we will start working on a Tower Rises, because it will take 2 minutes. And we have less than 2 minutes left in the day. So we'll add the Noom Broom. We'll add our Fet. And it is in VAC, so that it makes it actually even easier. So we'll use the Newman, which gets us to 13, and then our skill, so we can actually use Inks of Power for that. And I can master this mystery. Enough rows to match mystery rows. So we managed to get 20 rows because of the VAC. So even without the Noom Broom, we could have used just the Horizon side if we'd had that. But this is why I waited for Numa to read this, because 18 rows is usually hard to get to, even with VAC supplying an extra point. So we'll go ahead and start that. And this is, the phonograph is packaged in glossy card, the bright pink of a dog rose, with the words, "A tower rises," in 9 languages on both sides. There is no other identifying information at all. And this will give us preliminal meter lessons, so we can apply those to Lockworks and Clockworks, because preliminal meter is pretty high already. Now we can apply them to both preliminal meter and Lockworks and Clockworks. So we'll start that, and it should finish after the day is over. So we will not lose the lessons. Alright, so Oronoscopy is now level 7. So now we have a consideration to make. So we have the ability to break one of our skills and get a whole bunch of free lessons to use on the next day. But what can we break that we can work with? Well, we can make a lot of knock and rose memory, so preliminal meter would be good. Lockworks and Clockworks also is one that we could break easily enough, because it gets us, we have plenty of sky and knock memories. So what we will do is, once it is getting close to morning, we will throw Lockworks and Clockworks into our consider verb, and we will break it into down to level 1, and we will get a whole bunch of multifaceted lessons that we can use to apply to other stuff and level it up. And also make Lockworks and Clockworks itself stronger. Could also do maybe Pyroglyphics, because Lantern and Forge is fairly easy to get. Okay, so we're at 1 minute left in the day. And just so we do not lose the use of it. So we have this Horizon site. We might as well do something to make a craft with it. So we will grab the Fet. And we will grab, let's see. Well, we can grab preliminal meter with it. And we can make it Enduring Reflection, or we can grab... Let's see, instead of preliminal meter, we can use Pearl and Tide. And then if we add 2 more points of rose from somewhere. An Aglaphotous scented candle. Okay, we need a special ingredient for that. Bet we need some Ichor Auroral. Do we have some Ichor Auroral hanging around? Yes, we do. Let's plug that in instead. So that gets us to 15s. Okay, so Pearl and Tide evidently can't do anything with Ichor Auroral. Sad day. Let's see, what other rose skills do we have? We have Sky Stories and Preliminal Meter. Preliminal Meter Would need the enduring reflection to make a horizon sight. Sky stories makes the enduring reflection. Sand stories would make a salt sign. Let's wait until we can get our inks of power back. Or no, we're using inks of power to read that, so that's going to be out of bounds for us. Okay, the inn is done. As my concentration fails, a part of my soul flutters away, drawn by a distant, half-imaginary light. So we have a gisting fete. In dreams, I have visited the house behind the world, and some part of me is trapped there now, even when I wake. Okay, so that is that there. So now we can do uncanny labors. The inn is crowded with Numa's heralds and pilgrims. They will be gone by morning. Until then, I could offer my services for payment. I might regret it. So, we might as well use this horizon sight to make ourselves... We'd only be losing one point of rose by doing it, but we'll use Pearl and Tide and the horizon sight to make an enduring reflection. Because otherwise we'd lose the memory entirely. And let's see, we can make something of this curious hunch. We can grab this with door and wall. Okay, so that makes Glassfinger Toxin. That, I can't do anything with that. Great Signs and Great Scars. Okay, so we can save the Curious Hunch by basically making the Curious Hunch again. Let's see, what else could we put in here that it would need to make it to 15? Have to check and see what Great Signs and Great Scars can make with 15 knock later. But for now, we can just preserve our Curious Hunch by making a new one. And with that, we managed to clear out all of the lessons and memories that we had saved up. Even with being caught flat-footed like that, we still managed. And we managed to get plenty of maladied souls that will be with us for a while and help us to do stuff. So now we have to decide what skill we want to break down. So actually, I think we can break... Yeah, we'll break down Sacrosalis Invicti because we have plenty of Lantern and Sky sources. So we'll get that started here in just a minute. In just a second, so we don't lose it. There we go. So we'll do Sacrosalis Invicti. In Numa, in this season, memory can sometimes be a mirror, which is to say, among other things, we might consider its shattering. Add an element of the soul to learn about an unusual action only available in Numa. So we can add that fascinated we made. That brightness in the mist. Is it the sun? It might be unwise to gaze into it. You can choose to forget almost everything you have learnt of this skill, since you haven't yet committed it to the Tree of Wisdoms. You'll gain 13 many-faceted lessons, one fewer than you spent to get this far, for though much abides, something is always taken. Many-faceted lessons can be used to upgrade any skill, but always disappear at dawn. So we will start that, and it will take 30 seconds, so it will pass through until after dawn. So we can already start and start reading some things to get us the lessons that we'll need, or to get us the memories that we'll need. So we'll need Lantern. We'll also need Sky. And Sky. And sky. Basically get as many lantern and sky books going here as we can. Lantern. There we go. We have... And there's another sky book. And then anything else that gives us lantern or sky. Yes, we can do a cheerful ditty. Nope, we're using that desk already, so we can do that. We're using that desk, so we can come over here. Use our FOSS there. And what can we get anything from the movie projector here? Let's see. What do we have with those? We have foresight. Nope, so nothing that will be helpful there. Alright, and there goes Numa. Our second Numa has passed through. And time progresses to autumn. The Elegast season. And with that, we will go ahead and call it a day. We will pick up from here tomorrow. So, thank you all for joining me. Hope you've been enjoying watching. And as you can see, Numa is a very busy time of year, even if we can't plan for it to come around, at least not yet. We still managed to get quite a lot done on that day. So, I will catch you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. If you've been enjoying watching this series, please leave a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see where this journey is going, please subscribe, and I will be back again tomorrow.